Wildwood Flower, classic, goes back to the early days of American folk music by pretty much the first family of American folk musicians. Carter family, who kind of came on the scene in the 20s with A.P. Carter, his wife Sara, and Sara's cousin Maybelle, Mother Maybelle, had 3 daughters, and they all went on to musical careers in various forms. These guys really took this, what had been parlor music kind of before, and turned it into folk music, brought in instruments of the time, auto harps, mandolins, banjos, pianos occasionally, as they were, whatever people had around. And it eventually was the roots of bluegrass stuff, you know, picked up by, later on, Doc Watson and Norman Blake and that whole world. And then the jazzy bluegrass world, Tony Rice. Anyway, this is where it all began, in terms of folk music on folk instruments done by the Carter family. And we're going to take a look at a slightly simpler version than what I just played there, although I'm going to talk about how to improvise with this and take the melody and decorate it a little bit, embellish it. It's a very simple thing of just understanding the chord progression first, 2 or 3 chords. We can do this with just a C, a G, and an F. We use a G7 in a few spots, which we'll get to all of that. Very simple strumming, just keeping some bass notes going. So you have to have a little bit of facility already with that and be able to play some open chords. And then we're just trying to pick out this very simple melody. And we're going to start with the basic melody. And then try to work that into the playing. We'll try that again. We're going to do it that way first. Can't even play it the easy way. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to go home and practice before I get to the next session. Anyway, so short little lesson on incorporating that simple melody into the chord progression, and then we'll talk a little bit about embellishing it the way I did kind of at the beginning. Okay, coming up, a look at Wildwood Flower.